Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. Good evening, Panther fans. As we get off start here at this Week 1 game here at Kenneth Hammond Stadium. So trying to get all of our ducks in a row with technology here. And the Panthers lost the toss tonight, and Fordyce elected to defer to the second half, and so Fordyce kicked off the man at Cove, and Carter Tugwell brought the ball up to about the 32-yard line. As Valentine's gets set up, it's going to hand it off, get up to the middle. It's going to be number 8, Carter Tugwell, pick up about 1 yard on the first play of the game. So let's bring up second down 8 for the Panthers on this first drive. As Valentine's going to line up under center. He's going to hand it off again to Tugwell, coming to the right side. And he's not going to be able to get anywhere as the Fordyce Redbugs is able to stand the offensive lineup. Panthers are coming off of a win from last week. The home game against Gurdon, 24-14. No doubt that they want to build off the success of that. And Coach Dean Adams was talking that he was pleased that they played hard football and was able to keep their nose down and get the win, but there were some early mistakes that need to be corrected. But he said that this week in practice that he was real pleased that they were able to overcome and going into this game as Angelo Velasquez takes up the third down run and is able to move the chains a little bit. Still going to be short of the first down marker. Going to bring up fourth down and about 2 on the 41-yard line for the Panthers. And the Panthers going to line up here and go for it here on fourth down. So as Valentine gets ready, it's going to kind of looks like the ball was going to be a little bit slick there, and wasn't able to do anything with it, and so that's going to be a turnover on downs for the Panthers. So that's going to be a turnover on downs on here on the first possession for the Panthers. It's going to be in their own territory, about the 41-yard line. And so you can't help but think of how much of that rain shower that came before the game is going to kind of affect the field of play here. As the Panthers are come up here on defense. So as
now pitch to Cranford going around the left side on the jet sweeps, got about 8 or 9, but a flag flies in. Could be a holding call there against the Redbugs. Jamarcus Cranford coming around to the left.
So the first play of for the drive for the Fordyce, hand off the left side and had some room to run, but there was a flag on the play. It's going to be holding on Fordyce here. And so that's going to bring it back. Still going to be first down, but it's going to be move the ball back to the 47-yard line. I apologize here if there's a lot of voice traffic going on here in the press box. We've got some other folks calling on another channel here, so we'll do our best here. And Fordyce lines up with spread offense, and the quarterback's going to roll off the right side. It's going to throw. It's got to find a man about the 40-yard line, and he's going to come out of bounds about the 35, 36. And so that's going to move the line of scrimmage up to about the 35-yard line. It's going to bring up second down and about 4 for Fordyce. So as Fordyce lines up in the spread offense here, it's going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle. Steep on his feet. He's about 5-10 yards there. And he's definitely a hefty fella. The Panthers going to take a host of Panthers to finally get him down, but he's going to be enough for the first down yard line. And so as the Panther defense is going to have to bow up and be strong here. It's going to be about, it's going to move the ball up to about 20-yard line here as Fordyce gets another fresh set of downs. And so as they're going to throw off the left side and kind of a screen pass left side to the running back, and he's going to have a few yards to run. He's going to run up, pick up about 10 yards. He's going to move the chains again. Going to bring it down to about the 5-yard line. So this is one of the things that one of the concerns is freshman quarterback for Fordyce. He's a tall fella and he's got an arm on him and can throw. It's going to be a first down about the 5-yard line. As Fordyce is going to hand off the ball up the middle, left side, and he's going to be pushing. And he's going to have enough push from his offensive line, and they're going to be able to break the goal line there. And so Fordyce is going to take the first score of the game. So that's going to be about 2 minutes off the clock here. 8:50 left to go in the first quarter. Fordyce Jobs first blood. And so it looks like Fordyce is going to elect to line up and go for the 2-point try here. He's going to hand it off the right side, and he's going to be able to waltz into the end zone there on the home side. So that's going to bring the score to 8. So Fordyce is going to take the lead here early in the first quarter. 8:50 left to go in this quarter. Fordyce is leading it 8-0. We'll be right back. And here we go as the Panthers get ready to receive the kick. It's got Angel Velasquez and Connor Tugwell back for the Panthers. As this Fordyce Redbug team's got some pretty good size all the way around. Kicker's going to kick it off, but it's going to be blown dead by the ref before they really get off the line, so that's going to be an offsides on Fordyce, jumping the gun there. So they're going to have to back it up a little bit and try this again. So as we get ready to get reset here for this kickoff again. And Panther offense is going to need to definitely generate some plays here. I have no doubt that they've got a game plan and they're going to try to execute it the best they can. As kicker gets the ball up, it's going to be on the ground about 20. Angel's going to pick it up about the 15, and he's going to be up to 20, the 25. He's going to try to come around, but he's not going to be able to pick up any more yardage. So if they give him the forward progress, they're going to put him about the 21, 22-yard line where the Panthers are going to take over for their second possession of this first quarter. Fordyce did win the toss and deferred and kicked it off to start the game, but the Panthers weren't able to do anything with it and went 4 and out and turned it over on downs. As Tugwell comes in motion off the right side, Valentine's going to toss it over to Angel, number 3, and he's going to get caught in the backfield about 2 or 3 yards. That Fordyce defense was able to kind of push back on that right offensive side. And so it's going to bring up second down at about 12 for the Panthers on the 21-yard line. As the Panthers come up to the line of scrimmage. Valentine lined up under center. It's going to take it and it's going to hand it off up the middle. Look like the Velasquez again. So maybe a gain of a yard or two. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage for a third down. It'll be about 3rd and 12 for the Panthers. Just shy of the 25-yard line. Anthony Velasquez is going to line up on the right side of the receiver spot. Valentine under center with one in the backfield, and it's going to be a false start on the offense. It's definitely not going to help the third down here. So it's going to back it up at about 5 yards. Move it back to about the 18. It's going to be 3rd and long. As Damian Stevens brings play call in and huddle. As they break huddle, Stevens is going to line up in the receiver spot on the far side. Looks like maybe Tugwell's going to come into motion. He's going to toss off Tugwell to the right side. He's going to try to cut it back up to the hash. Going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. But it's still going to be way short of what they needed for the first down. So that's going to bring up another 4th down for the Panthers. I'd say he's going to pick up about 5 or 6 yards there, but it's still going to need 9 yards. And looks like as the Panthers getting punt formation here. This is Anthony or Angel Velasquez back to the punt. He's going to get that punt off, and he's going to get a good punt away. It's going to end over end punt down to the 30. Going to be close to the 25-yard line. And Ethan Ramsey is going to down it there about the 26-yard line, and that's going to be a takeover on downs. So having some, looks like we're having some scoreboard difficulty. Again, here tonight, it's kind of flashing on and off. 6:28 left to go in this first quarter. It's going to be the second defensive series for the Panthers. So Fordyce was able to march down the field and draw the first score tonight. It's going to be a quarterback keeper coming on the right side, still on his feet. And it's going to pick up about close to 10 yards there on the quarterback keeper. And there's going to be, looks like number 44, O'Hayden Jones, and Damian Stevens there to try to stop him from getting any more yardage there. But it's going to be enough to move the chains, though. So that's going to move the ball up to the 36-yard line for the Redbugs. It's going to be the quarterback's going to hand off to the running back, still on his feet. He's able to break a tackle up to about the 50-yard line. And looks like number 6, Jaden Mullins, there for the stop. And the running back was able to kind of do a spin move and get away from the first couple of tackles to pick up some yardage for another first down. The ball's at midfield. 6 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Panther defense is trying to bow up and take care of business. The shotgun formation for the Redbugs. It's going to be the quarterback going to be try to keep her. He's going to be able to almost avoid the sack, and is able to get away from the tackler, and able to kind of throw it off to one of his receivers to about the 40-yard line. And so that's going to move the chains again up to about the 35, 36-yard line. And so I don't know if you could kind of hear all the back voices here, so I'll try to stay focused enough to give you a good call tonight. As Fordyce is going to take the snap and roll off the left side, pass it to the left side. He's got his receiver about to the first down marker on the far left side. And he's going to pick up about 10 or 12 yards there and move the chains again. And so they're going to give credit to Damian Stevens there. So as we come down about the 5-minute mark, as Fordyce is waiting for the play call, so they line up in the spread formation, well, with the shotgun formation. He's going to take the snap, and it's going to be taken to a direct snap to the running back, and he's going to be able to pick up several yards before the Panthers are able to catch him. And it'd be kind of like the Wildcat formation with a direct snap to the receiver, or the running back rather. It's going to move the ball up to about the 8-yard line for the Redbugs. So as they get ready to come out and break the huddle here, Panthers got 8 yards to stuff them. They line up. It's going to be quarterback under center. He's going to take it and hand it off of the running back up the middle, but he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage, and he may fall forward for 2 or 3 yards. Number 12, Will Thompson there on the stop. So let's bring up second down. Second and goal for the Redbugs. So as they come up to quarterback lining up under center once again with 2 in the backfield. Kind of a trips right. He's going to hand it off to the running back off the right side. He's going to get up to the numbers. He's going to get close to the goal line, but they're going to say that he's going to be just short of it to bring up third down. So I'm going to give credit to their old Will Thompson and Damian Stevens. So definitely you've heard their name called several times tonight. And Williams and William Thompson and Damian had a pretty productive night the other night. As they line up third down, going to be a quarterback keeper, and he's going to be able to break the plane for Fordyce's second score of the night. With 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in this first quarter, Fordyce is able to score again on their second drive of the night as they get ready to, I would imagine, to line up for the 2-point conversion here. It's going to be quarterback under center. It's going to hand it up, the run back up the middle, but he's going to be stopped short. And see if they're going to be able to stop him. The first initial contact, there was a few Panthers that were there that looks like they were going to hold him, but he was able to kind of get behind his line, and they were able to get across the line for the successful 2-point conversion. And so that's going to bring the score to 16 to the Panthers 0. It's definitely looking like Fordyce is a powerhouse team. They definitely got the size. So as the Panthers get ready to receive this kick, Angel Velasquez and Carter Tugwell back deep for the Panthers again. As they get ready to kick it off, and it's going to be kicking. It's going to be fielded by Will Thompson about the 22-yard line, and Will's going to be able to run up to about the 38-yard line. And so he tried to find a blocker in front of him and follow their lead. So he was able to bring it up about 10 to 15 yards there. It's a good sound running by Thompson. Panthers going to try start the third drive here with 3:06 left to go in this first quarter. As Ballantyne and company gets ready to start this drive. Ballantyne's going to line up under center with Tugwell in the backfield. It's going to bring Angel in motion to the home side and going to toss off the Angel. And he's going to try to turn up before the hash. But that Fordyce defensive line was there to meet him. And so he's going to lose about 4 yards there. Just couldn't do anything with it. So get ready for the second down play. Ballantyne's lining up under center. It's going to bring Angel Velasquez in motion. The left side is going to roll out the pass, but he's going to have to shuffle. He's got Velasquez open, and he's going to make a connection. Wilson had to rotate, get away from the man chasing the backfield, and Angel Velasquez, or Anthony Velasquez rather, was running with his man, and he was able to connect and move the ball up to about the 30-yard line. So 36-yard gain, Paxton says here, but there is a flag on the play. And the flag was over around where Anthony Velasquez was tackled. So it looks like, see what's going to happen here, what they're going to call it. So it's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a penalty against the Redbugs. And so it's going to move the ball up 15 yards, it looks like. It's going to move the ball up to about the 15-yard line. So it looks like maybe something going on the sideline or something on the other side. Ballantyne's going to take it up under center and hand it off to Tugwell. Tugwell's going to try to cut up the right side and get it back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up second down and 10. 2 minutes left to go in this first quarter of play. And this drive definitely staying alive with the efforts of Ballantyne and Velasquez on the completed catch. Ballantyne's going to take it up under center and hand it off up the middle. Angel Velasquez. And he's going to pick up 3 or 4 yards there. Going to bring up third down for the Panthers. It's going to move the ball to about the 9-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and 4 for the Panthers. As the Panthers get ready to. This third down play, Ballantyne's going to line up under center. So he's going to hand it off to Angel Velasquez. And the defender got a hand on him in the backfield, but he was able to push through it and move the ball up to close to the first down marker, but it's still just short, about a yard and a half. So it's going to bring up fourth down about the 5-yard line. There's 46 seconds left to go in this first quarter. 20 seconds down in the play clock. So definitely going to need. Here's your fourth down play for your Panthers. Ballantyne's going to hand it off, and he's going to be stopped pretty close to the first down marker. Let's see where they're going to mark it. And so it was going to be enough for the first down. So Ballantyne handed it off to Angel Velasquez, and he was able to lower his shoulder and drive through enough for the first down. And so that moved the ball up to about the 4-yard line. So Panthers got a new set of downs. First and goal. About 10 seconds left. Ballantyne's going to take it and hand it off to Velasquez on the right side. And he's going to get mean down there and bring it up to about close to the goal line, about the half-yard line, as the as the clock runs out. And so the end of the first quarter, the Panthers are knocking on the door. And the draw the first score for them of this game, but they're going to have to do it start of the second quarter as they swap fields. In the first quarter tonight here in Kenneth Hammond Stadium, Redbugs are leading it 16-0, but the Panthers are fixing to score. We'll find out what they're going to do in just a minute. But the Panthers get on the board. That's the most important thing. So just at 4 seconds from the start of this second quarter, the Panthers have cut the Redbud lead down to 10, 16-6. It's a good momentum builder for the Panthers to be able to get that drive together and sustain. That last drive was fueled by a pass play that was complete by Valentine to Anthony Velasquez to pick up about 36 yards to keep that drive alive. And they were able to put the momentum up there to get it taken care of. Number 4, Anthony Velasquez, is going to line up for the Panthers. With the Velasquez brothers, Angel and Anthony, number 3 and number 4. And get them mixed up sometime, but I'm glad they're both out there. It's going to be a high short kick by Velasquez. Fordyce going to fair catch it about the 40-yard line, and so that's where they're going to take over to start their first drive of the second quarter. So as the Panthers defense get ready to flex their muscle. 11:55 to go in this first half. So as they wait for the officials to get ready to give them the start to go, Fordyce in the shotgun formation. It's going to hand it off the running back and up the middle. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and maybe pick up a forward progress of about a yard or so. Going to bring up 2nd down and 8. So Panther defensive line did a good job of flexing on there. As they get ready to line up in the same formation, the shotgun formation. Quarterback's going to roll left side. He's going to keep it. He's going to try to come up back the middle. He bumped in his own man, and but he's able to pick up some yardage and pick up about 10 yards, enough for the first down. The ball's going to be spotted right there at the 50-yard line. So definitely a lot of talk about that freshman quarterback there for Fordyce. He's definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with in years to come if he's able to stay healthy. Got a new set of downs for the Redbugs as they approach across the midfield. Fordyce going to line up same formation, going to throw out to the left side, but it's going to be old Jalen Mullins there for the sniff it out and keep them from getting any more gain. In fact, he's going to lose about a yard. So that's kind of a shovel, not really a shovel pass, but a screen pass. I'll get it out in a minute. Screen pass off the left side by Fordyce, but the Panther defense was able to shift to it, and Jalen Mullins was able to get him pushed out of bounds before he was able to get any yardage. So as Fordyce lines up, it's going to be whistle blowed. It's going to be false start called against Fordyce, and so it's going to back them up about 5 yards. So it looks like it was going to be they're going to bring the slot man in motion and toss it and go back to the right side, but false start causes the play to be dead before it even gets started. Getting close to the 11-minute mark. Going to be 2nd down and 16. Definitely a time to. Fordyce going to get snapped, roll off the right side, going to be past the right side, and he's going to find his man connected back to about just a yard past the original line of scrimmage. And that's where they're going to give him the forward progress. So that's actually going to be about 3 yards past the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be about a 9-yard pickup. Number 7, Ethan Ramsey there for the stop. Going to bring up 3rd down here. As they're going to roll off to another pass. Quarterback going to roll left side. He's got his man. But he's going to overthrow him about the 30-yard line. And so that looks like old Mullins and Davian Stevens over there for the coverage, but quarterback just overthrew his man. There wasn't even a chance. Going to bring up 4th down. I believe it's going to be the first 4th down of the night for the Panther defense. So as they get ready, got twin receivers left and right. The quarterback in the shotgun formation going to take it. It's going to be a pass. He's looking. He's going to get caught. And the Panther defense is going to get him in the backfield. And so he was pressured, and trying to find some time. And that's going to be old Tanner McJunkins for the stop. It looked like Tanner was going to try to wrap him up, and he was going to get away from him, but Tanner said, "Not today, my friend." And so Tanner was able to bring him down to a big loss and a big turnover on downs. And so the Panthers are going to take over in Redbug territory had sacked him all the way back to about the 44-yard lines where the Panthers are going to take over. As Velasquez, Anthony's going to line up the receiver spot right side. Valentine's going to take it and toss it off to Tugwell and try to run it over the left side, but Tugwell couldn't get outside to try to turn it up, and he's going to get caught for about a 4-yard loss. Bring up about 2nd down and 13 for the Panthers. Moves the ball back to the 48-yard line. Just under 10 minutes left to go in this first half of play. As Valentine's going to line up under center, he's going to right out to the right side. He's going to find a man. And Nehemiah Norwood, about the 48-yard line, is going to try to do a drag, but it's about the time the ball got to Norwood, he was hammered by the defender to break that play up. It's going to fall incomplete. Norwood looks like he's a little tender getting up from that, and rightfully so. So that's going to be an incomplete pass for the Panthers. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 14.
3rd and 14. Here we go. Ball on the left hash.
So Valentine's going to line up under Tanner, and he's going to hand it. Valentine handed off to Tugwell to try to cut back the left side, but Fordyce wasn't going to have anything to do with it. It's going to be another loss of about 2 yards. They're going to say give him forward progress, so it's going to be 4th down and 15. 9:13 left to go in this half. Panthers have faced another 4th down. So it looks like the Panthers are going to line up in punt formation here. So Angel Velasquez is back for the punt. And he's going to get the snap, and he's going to get it off, and he's going to kick it off the right side. It's going to bounce about the 25-yard line, kind of cut back. Ethan Ramsey's going to be there to down it before it falls back. So it landed about 25, but it was going to had enough English on it. It was going to come back, and so Ramsey was able to catch it on the 27. Definitely a good series by the Panther defense. The last time they were out, but yet they couldn't get anything done on offense. So 8:43. So Fordyce and the twin set receivers and quarterback and shotgun. He's going to take it off. It's going to be another pass play. Going to pass off the right side. It's going to be almost intercepted by the Panther. It looked like Ethan Ramsey over there was over far on the right side in coverage of the receiver where the pass was going, and the pass was thrown short, and Ethan tried to cut back to get it. And if he would have had another step to come back, that'd have been a different story. But he's not able to hang on to it, so it's going to be an incomplete pass. So 8:36 left to go in this half. They line up the same formation here. Snap's going to be bad. Snap is still on the ball, on the ground. Fordyce is able to pick it up. And he's going to pick it up from the home side and go to the far side, and he's got room to run. But there's going to be a couple of Panthers able to run him out. And so that was a bad snap on the ground. Quarterback wasn't able to pick it up. The running back tried to pick it up, and it stayed on the ground some more. But Fordyce, player for Fordyce, able to pick it up and reverse all the way to the other side and make some yards. But there is laundry on the field, so let's see what's going to happen here. It looks like it's going to be back around the far hash mark to where about the time that he tried to turn up, and so maybe there's a legal block or something. So that was just a bad play all the way around. And It's a good thing old Ethan Ramsey and old Tugwell was over there to be able to keep him from turning it up and making it a big play. And so that is going to be a penalty on Fordyce. It looks like it's probably going to be a holding penalty. Going to be about where the spot of the foul was. So it's going to bring up second down and a long. So that's going to be about 21 yards. That's how far that penalty was. As they line up in the receivers, twins, left and right. It's going to be another. Quarterback's going to throw it. He's going down the middle, and he does have an arm. Now overthrows his man. Quarterback was about the 10-yard line, and he was on his back foot. Was able to throw it almost to the 30. So that was a straight spiral, about a 50-yard pass, and still overthrew his man. So it's going to bring up third down, 3rd and 21. 8 minutes left to go in this first half. See if the Panther defense can flex strong again. It's going to be a jet sweep to the left side here. The Panthers are going to be able to push him out about the 25-yard line. I don't say about the 24-yard line. So he's going to pick up about 6 yards there, but it's still going to be way short of the first down, or fourth down coming up. I'm going to say 4th and 13 the scoreboard is. And it looks like the Redbugs are going to elect to be in punt formation here. So back for the Panthers is going to be number 3, Angel Velasquez. So that's a good defensive series once again for the Panthers. To hold this Redbug offense. So looks like it's going to be a delay. It's going to be a delay of game against Fordyce, and so that's going to back them up just a little bit more. So that's going to move the ball back to the 19-yard line. Still 4th down. As Fordyce is in the punt formation here. The snap is off, and the kick is going to be up. A high kick's going to land about the 45-yard line, but it's going to come back. And Fordyce is going to down it about the 41-yard line, so the Panthers are going to start out in good field territory. 7:45 left to go in this half. See if the Panthers can get a good offensive series push here. They need to try to get some digits on the board for sure before this half. As Fordyce will be getting the ball back coming out of the halftime. The Panther offense is lining up here. As Valentine lines up under center. Looks like Thompson in the backfield. Valentine's going to roll off to the right side. He's going to pass it. He's got a man in the middle. And he had a receiver about the 10-yard line, but he was definitely covered by a couple of defenders. And Damian Stevens was the intended receiver. Had an opportunity, but just too much traffic. So that's going to bring up second down for the Panthers. Still need 10 yards for the first down. Ball's on the 41-yard line. As Valentine lines up under center. Tugwell and Thompson in the backfield. Going to hand it up to center to Tugwell. Tugwell's going to try to get the push. His offensive line looked like they got a yard or two down, but wasn't able to divide that defensive line to where Tugwell could get up. He's going to pick up about a yard. So it's still going to be 9 yards they need for a first down as we come to the 7-minute mark. So we come Looks like Nehemiah Norwood's going to be lining up in the receiver spot on home sideline, hash mark. Valentine up under center. Valentine's going to route to the right side, and he's going to get caught by the defender. And Tugwell and Williams were trying to give defensive coverage for Valentine, but the defender was able just to reach right through him and bring Valentine down for a loss. And so that's going to bring up 4th down and about 17. So that's about a 9-yard loss for the Panthers. Ethan Ramsey going to line up the far side on the numbers. Nehemiah Norwood line up the right side. They're going to be a fake punt. Ethan Ramsey is going to take the direct snap as Panthers lined up in the punt formation, but they're going to try to trick them. But they were able to, Fordyce was able to sniff it out pretty quick. And Ramsey was able to get it up to about the 48, but needed about 4 or 5 more yards to go to get the first down. So that's going to be a turnover and downs for the Panthers as 6 minutes are left here. Here in this first half of play, the Panthers are trailing by 10. Fordyce is leading at 16-6 right now. As the Panther defense comes back on the field. Fordyce is going to hand it to the halfback, but they're going to be able to be met in the backfield by the Panthers. Looks like old number 55, Colton Sultan, come out with a little bit of fire under his tail and was able to get through his blocker and drove it back to about a 2-yard loss. So they definitely need to take some of that fire from Sultan and pour it into the water bottles. Fordyce is going to hand it off right up the center. It's going to break through all the Panthers. Almost looked like the Panthers were caught off guard, and Fordyce was able to break through, but old Damian Stevens was able to run him down. And with old Carter Tugwell coming behind him, but he was able to pick up quite a bit of yardage there to bring the ball down to about the 16-yard line. So Fordyce just saw something, a seam right up the middle and turned on the burners, but fortunately our Panthers was able to turn and burn and catch them. Down to the 5-minute mark. Quarterback going to line up under center. Is going to hand it off to the halfback, number 3. Now, to the right side, he's going to try to dance away and mince. And he was able to do a little dance a time or two and get away from the Panther defenders. And he was able to get away with them and cross the goal line as Fordyce scores their 3rd touchdown of the night. So it looks like the Fordyce going to line up for 2 again to try to make this a 24-6 ball game. The quarterback going to line up under center. Got 2 backs in the field. Going to bring a man into motion on the left side. Quarterback's going to hand it off the halfback up the left side middle, and he's be able to get through the goal line, accomplish the 2-point conversion. So 4:58 left to go in this first half of the ball game. Fordyce extends her lead 24-6. So see if the Panther offense can come back and get some fire with this 5 minutes remaining. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a minute. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. As we get ready to Panthers receive this kickoff. Once again, got Velasquez and Tugwell in the backfield. And looks like Velasquez is going to receive it about the 15-yard line, up the 20 to 25. And he's going to get tripped up about the 26, 27-yard line. But there is a flag on the play. Let's see what they're going to call here. So as we wait to get the sign from the official, and saying it's going to be a penalty against Fordyce again.
Well, now they're marching it back, so I'm not sure who the penalty is. We're waiting to see. He was tackled at the 27, and now that's against the Redbugs.
And so that's going to move the ball up about 10 yards or so. So it's going to move the ball up to the 37-yard line. So it looks like it's going to be a holding call on Fordyce. So the Panther offense is going to start this drive. 4:55 left to go in this half. And it looks like it's going to be a timeout called by Fordyce. So Fordyce is going to take a timeout here. They're going to discuss things over. So it's the first timeout of the half. So we're going to take this timeout with them. We'll be back in just a moment. Coming back after the Fordyce timeout. 4:55 left to go in this half. Panthers are going to start this next drive here on the 37-yard line. Panthers got two receivers lined up either side. Looks like Nehemiah Norwood on the far side with Damian Stevens on the home side. Valentine's going to line up under center. He's going to take it and hand it to Tugwell, left, middle side. Tugwell's still on his feet. He's able to get about 7 yards. So Tugwell was able to get behind his blocker, and the offensive line was able to part the waters and pick up about 6 yards there. It's going to bring up second down for the Panthers. Ethan Ramsey's going to line up in the receiver spot. Home side, Nehemiah Norwood right side. Valentine under center going to hand it off to Tugwell again. Looks like probably going to be identical play. But he wasn't going to be able to pick up any yards there. Fordyce is able to sniff that one out and keep him from any gain. Just getting under the 4-minute mark. Stevens coming in to bring in the play to Valentine. Panthers going to break the huddle. Stevens going to be near side, Norwood far side. Tugwell and Velasquez in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Velasquez. Going to cut the left side, but he's going to pick up enough yardage for the first down. So the Panthers going to be able to move the chains here, get a new series of downs. Ball's going to be up to about the 48-yard line, still 2 yards shy of crossing midfield. The Panthers staying alive here on offense. So Valentine lines up under center. Is going to be quarterback keepers. He's going to go to the left side and cut up the hash marks. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. So he's going to pick up half of what they needed for the first down as we get down to the 3-minute mark here at Kenneth Hammond Stadium. Panthers got a good drive going here. And a receiver on the home side going to handle it. Valentine's going to hand it off up the middle, but he's not going to be able to. He might pick up a yard. They're going to say he's going to pick up one and bring up third down. See what the Coach Adams dialed up for this third down play to keep this drive alive. Receiver lined up the home side. Valentine's going to take it, roll off the right side of the pass. He's going to find his receiver, number 33, trying to pick up the first down, but River Williams was the intended receiver, but Valentine led him too far, or River wasn't able to get in stride enough. It's going to fall incomplete, so it's going to bring up fourth down for the Panthers. And so Coach Adams is going to want to talk about it. He's going to take a timeout here. 2 minutes 14 left to go in this half. And this is Panthers' first timeout of the night. And we'll take this timeout with them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming back after the Magnet Cove timeout. The fourth down play. Magnet Cove going to try to convert here. And look like kind of a design play for Coach Adams was going to come out there and try to draw the Redbugs off sides, but they were disciplined enough not to jump. So Panthers going to take another timeout. The Panthers have had just 2 or 3 drives where they've been able to make progress on this field tonight. And so the Panthers coming here on the fourth down conversion play. Valentine's going to take it, and he's going to roll off the right side. He's going to pass it. He's got a man about the first down marker, but he was having to throw it on the run. The pass was intended for Nehemiah Norwood. Nehemiah had to lay out to try to get it, but was unsuccessful. And so that's going to be another turnover on downs for the Panthers. Got about 2:09 left to go in this half. Fordyce is going to take over about the 46-yard line. So the Panthers are going to have to hold them 54 yards here before the end of this half, and they definitely need to hold them. As Fordyce is going to get the ball coming back out of the half. Quarterback's going to take the snap, and is going to drop the ball, put it on the ground, and live ball, but he was able to pick it up and run up the middle and pick up about 6 yards. So definitely wonder how much the earlier rains, the field's probably still pretty wet down there. It's definitely something the Panthers would have benefited to pounce on, but it just developed too fast. as the Fordyce going to line up, quarterback under center. He's going to toss it off his tailback off the right side. He's got some room to run. He's down to 30, the 25 to 20, the 10, and no Panther's going to be able to stop him. And so Fordyce was able to toss it off the left side, and he was able to turn and burn and get around the numbers and turn it upfield for the Panthers could get the angle to cut him off. And so no flags on the play. And so Fordyce is going to be able to get another score on the board. 1:16 left to go. So just 2 plays and burn about a minute. As Fordyce is going to line up for the 2-point conversion again. So quarterback's going to take it and hand it off the running back. He's going to go to the right side and was able to convert it. So that's going to bring the score to 32. So the Panthers are going to have a minute and 1 timeout to try to see if they're going to do something on offense here. So we make this transition. Here we go as the Panthers get ready to receive this next kickoff. It's going to be hit the ground about the 20-yard line. Tugwell's going to take it up, or Velasquez rather. Angel Velasquez on the return again brings it up to about the 30-yard line. 1:12 left to go in this half. Panthers have 1 timeout left. Let's see if they can. See if the Panthers can get something together here with this last minute of playing the half. We got some receivers on both sides. Valentine's going to take it and hand it up the middle to Tugwell. It's going to pick up about a yard on the play, bring up 2nd down. As we get under a minute here in this half of play. Panthers having a tough time tonight, but it's not because of the lack of effort. This Fordyce team's just bigger in size and a little bit faster. Valentine's going to take it and hand it off to Tugwell again to come back the home side in between the hashes. Maybe pick up another yard to bring up 3rd down. So we get down to probably going to be the last play of this half as we're under 20 seconds. And definitely more time on the play clock than it is on the game clock. And so this is going to be the last play of the game, or the half rather. As Valentine gets under center, 2 seconds left. And it's going to be a Valentine, going to be a quarterback keeper. And he's going to get it about the line of scrimmage, but that's going to be the end of this half. The Redbugs are going to take the lead 32-6. And they're going to get the ball back as we come out of the half. 32-6. We'll be back. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to start the second half of play. Fordyce won the toss at the beginning of the game and elected to defer the second half. So Velasquez kicks it off here. And it's fielded about the 10-yard line. Fordyce returner still on his feet. Be brought down by a host of Panthers about the 25-yard line, where Fordyce is going to start off this second half. Been a tough first half for the Panthers. Definitely had opportunity on offense. Fordyce starts lined up. Quarterback's going to throw the left side, throw the pass. He's going to get the receiver about the 50-yard line. Tugwell's there to cover it, but it's not able to bring him down and get out of Tugwell's arms. And Fordyce, the receiver, is going to be able to, number one, to take it in for the score. So that's going to be a 73-yard play as the Fordyce quarterback rolled the left side and hit his man about the 50-yard line. Tugwell was there, but he was able to squeeze out of his arms. So the first play of the second half, Fordyce is able to make a big play and capitalize with a score. Quarterback lines up at center for the two-point attempt. And Fordyce is going to be able to get across the line for the converted. So that's going to bring the score to 40. The Panthers 6 with just 11:38 on this clock at the start of the third quarter. As their Panther offense is going to have another opportunity here. Panthers have had some good plays.
Angel Velasquez and Carter Tugwell back deep for the Panthers.
After a 73-yard touchdown pass from
A lot of plays that just can't penetrate what they need to do there. It's got Tugwell and Velasquez again in the backfield to receive. It's going to be fielded about the 12-yard line. Velasquez is going to come up the right side, cut back up the middle. He's going to bring it up to about the 30-yard line. Angel Velasquez on the return there. So the Panthers are going to start their first drive of offense this second half. About the 30-yard line. 11:33 of this third quarter. As Valentine lines up with a couple of backs in the backfield, receiver left, right side. Valentine's going to be quarterback keeper, try to the right side, but he's not going to be able to get anywhere with it. So designed kind of a quarterback decision there. Valentine elected to try to keep it, but wasn't able to do anything with it, and it's caught in the backfield for about a 4-yard loss. This Panther offense needs to turn the burners on, the fuel. Valentine's going to take it, roll out left side. There's going to be a couple of defenders back here with him. Looked like Valentine tried to throw the ball to get rid of it, but looked like maybe it come out of his hand. They're going to say it's going to be a fumble. But old River Williams was there to keep it from being worse than what it was. And so it's going to be bring up third down, move back all the way about the 17-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 33 as Ethan Ramsey and Damian Stevens line up far side, receiver slot. Nehemiah Norwood on the right side. Valentine's going to line up and pass. And it's going to be a flag on the play, intended, I believe, for maybe Tugwell. It's going to be Ethan Ramsey, correction there, intended receiver. Looks like there's going to be a flag on the play. Looks like they're going to wave the flag off. I guess maybe that Ramsey was at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage. And it looks like the defender was there, pushed him before the ball was even gotten there, but flag was waved off for whatever reason. So it's going to be an incomplete pass, bring up 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 23. So the Panthers going to elect to punt this ball away with 10 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in this third quarter. And Angel's going to get it off, and it's going to be end over end. It's a good 30 yards or so. The ball's going to go out of bounds in Panther territory, about the 42, 46-yard line. And so Panther offense wasn't able to do anything with it and punted away. Fordyce is going to take over. Well, they are going to say that the ball rolled out to the 50-yard line. I guess it took a little bit extra bounce that I didn't see there. But the Panthers definitely take it. Definitely not necessarily the way the Panthers plan for this game to go tonight. And the deficit they are. See if they can play with heart and grit and still play at their best. Looks like it's going to be hand off the Fordyce, come to the left side, but they're able to stand up the receiver and or the back, and he was trying to make forward progress, and so the Panthers was able to strip it away and cause a fumble, and Panthers going to get the turnover. So that's going to give a fresh life to the Panther offense. Good defensive play by the defense to give the Panthers the ball and maybe give some more breath of life in them. As Valentine is going to be quarterback keeper to the left side, but it's not be able to do anything with it. It's going to lose 2 or 3 yards. That turnover kind of gives a little bit of breath of life. So as the Panthers break the huddle here, Valentine under center. It's going to be Velasquez out wide to the home side. Valentine is going to try to throw it, but he's going to be pressured in the backfield, and he's just going to throw it away. Panther offensive line has had to do some heavy lifting tonight. As Stevens comes in to give Valentine the play call. Stevens going to line up wide right. About on the numbers as Valentine lines up under center. He's going to roll out the pass. Right side. He's got down the 5. He's got Stevens there. And Stevens goes up to get it, but the defender is going to be behind him and reach over him and grab it and bring it down for an interception about the 10-yard line. So Damian rushed up to get it, but looked like the defender just had an extra foot on him height-wise and was able to reach over and grab it and force the interception. That's about the 13-yard lines where they're going to mark it. So it's going to be a turnover on the interception with 9 minutes left to go in this third quarter. So as the quarterback lines up in the center, he's going to hand it off in the middle. He's going to looking for a place to go, but he finally comes to the right side and turns up about the numbers. But there's a couple of Panther defenders over there to keep him from getting any more yardage than what he did. Looks like maybe a number 7, Ethan Ramsey. No, River Williams on a stop out there. Hadn't really heard much of River on the defensive side tonight. His name's been called a few times, but if my stats were correct from last week, he was probably one of the defensive leaders last week in tackles. Fordyce quarterback going to line up under center again and hand it off up the middle, and the running back's going to be able to get into the secondary, move the ball up to about the 36, 37-yard line. Going to be enough for the first down for Fordyce.
Correction number 2, Damian Stevens. Along with number 7, Ethan Ramsey.
He hits the hole so fast. First and 10 for the Red Bugs at their
As we get under the 8-minute mark here in the third quarter.
First and 10 Fordyce at their own 37-yard line.
Ball's on the 37-yard line. Quarterback going to line up at center. Got a receiver out to the right. A couple of backs in I formation. Going to toss off the tailback. He's going to go off the right side, but there's going to be several Panthers there and meet him in the backfield. So the Panther defense still swarming to the ball.
Nearly every Panther on the team was around him, and he goes down for a loss of 2. Just nowhere to go.
So that's going to be, they're going to call that about a loss of 2 there. Bring up 2nd and 12. Ball's on the 35-yard line.
Loss of 2 on the play, second down and 12.
As we get down to the 7-minute mark. It's good to see the Panther defense still swarming to the ball after 2.5 quarters of play. Being down 40-6. Quarterback going to take the snap under center. Is going to hand it off to the running back to the right side, number 3. And he's going to have some room to run. He's up to the 50 across the midfield and about the 45-yard line. And he kind of danced a little bit, decided to go out of bounds, but there's going to be a flag on the play back about the 42-yard line. They're going to call it holding on the offense. So that's going to negate that play for the Fordyce. So it looks like so they're going to.
Penalty moves the ball back to the 33-yard line.
So that's going to bring up 2nd down at about 14, moves the ball to about the 33-yard line here. Good boost for the defense.
Second down, 14.
Excuse me. Fordyce comes up the line. It's going to take it. It's going to roll out to the right. It's going to be a pass. And there's going to be about the 50-yard line, the receiver there, but the Panther defender is there to sniff it out and knock the ball down. Great coverage by Damian Stevens there. So quarterback had time to look, threw it in coverage, and Stevens was able to get his arm around and knock it down to bring up 3rd down. Been a tough fought football game. Looks like there's going to be a timeout called here on the field by Fordyce. 6:21 left to go in this third quarter. Fordyce is leading 40-6. So it's going to take the first time out of the half. We'll take this time out with them. Coming back after the timeout break here. 6:21 left to go to the third quarter. We're definitely having technical difficulties, and so if you're listening to this, you're probably listening to it because it's been recorded. As the Fordyce comes out of that timeout, and the passes play over the right side, and Fordyce is able to pick up about 15, 16 yards or so, move the chains with completion. Excuse me. So technology issues have definitely been a factor over the past couple of weeks. Having some troubles. As Fordyce lines up under center and hands it off the right side. And it's going to pick up about 8 or 9 yards there as we get down to the 6-minute mark. It's definitely going to be a tough game to try to rewatch after you hear the final of this game. I do want to say thanks to our producer and guy that gets it all together, Gary Lane, doing his best to try to bring this stream to you tonight. As Fordyce gets ready to cup under center, hands off the running back and breaks to the left side. It's going to meet a couple of Panther defenders about the line of scrimmage, but he's going to pick up 2 or 3 yards after that and give Fordyce another first down. As we get down to the 5-minute mark here in the third quarter. Still got quite a bit of ball game left to play here. So the ball's on the 27-yard line. Fordyce got a receiver right side. He's going to hand it off the tailback, and he's going to try to get up the middle, but stopped in the backfield. And so he's going to try to cut off the right side. But he's going to meet a host of Panthers over there as well, and just had no place to go. And so they blew the whistle dead there, bring up second down. Maybe gained about a yard there.
Second down and 9.
I'll give a shout out to old sophomore. I think old Bobby Scott there was the first guy to stop that play from developing. And as the next play is underway, it's going to be blown dead by the whistle. The flag going to be a false start on Fordyce. So that's going to back that second down up. Stop the clock for just a minute, getting close to the 4-minute mark. So I don't know if you can hear Paxton there or not, but going to bring up second down and 14. Ball's on the 31-yard line as this clock starts to wind down. So there's going to be a delay of the game. No, it's going to be a false start. Fordyce had to run up the line of scrimmage to try to get a fast play started as the play clock was rolling down, but they weren't able to get set enough, and so that's going to be a false start again. 2 in a row. And back them up a little bit more, so it's going to be, now it's going to be 2nd and 19. Moves the ball back to the 36-yard line. As Fordyce quarterback lines up under center, brings a man motion the far side to the near side. Going to toss it back to the running back. He's got some room to run to the 30, and Ballantyne's going to be over there to try to push him out about to the 30-yard line. And so that's going to pick up some yardage, but it's still not back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd down at about 12 or 13. The ball's going to be moved to the 29-yard line. .3:15 left to go in this 3rd quarter. Fordyce going to hand it off again. Going to try to break some tackles. He's got a spin, missed another tackle. Still on his feet, going to the 5, the 10, and he's going to cross the goal line. So he met the Panther defender there on the 2nd line, but he was able to spin out of it and break out the right side. And another Panther was there to try to bring him down, but wasn't able to. And so he's able to waltz in the end zone. With 3:05 left to go in this 3rd quarter. So Fordyce is going to do what they've done all night and line up for the 2-point conversion. They're going to hand it to the running back. He's going to kind of get slippery feet there and had to try to turn back and go the other way, but Panthers were able to get on him to stop it. So moral victory. Panthers were able to shut down a 2-point conversion tonight. And Fordyce is still able to score the touchdown. And so as it moves to 46-6, and just got signal here that the sportsmanship rule has been instituted, and so that's going to be a running clock for the rest of the night. So that's going to make the long night go a little bit less long. Still a tough night for the Panthers, though. It's not because they didn't try or without effort. And this Fordyce team's just a little bit bigger, stronger, and faster. As the kickoff gets off, Tugwell's going to take it about the 20-yard line and bring it up to about the 30 to 31-yard line as he's brought down. So the Panther offense is going to come back on the field here as the rolling clock is down to less than 2 minutes here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes on number 10, Kyle Henderson, in with the play call. As Ballantyne and company tries to put something together here. Going to be split back, and going to be Ballantyne's going to be quarterback keeper off the left side, and he's just running north and south, but the field's going east and west, and so he's going to lose about 4 or 5 yards. So as we get down to the less than the 1 minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Ball's on the 27-yard line. As Ballantyne's up under center. He's going to roll out to pass the right side. He's got a man there. Nehemiah Norwood off to the home side. Nehemiah Norwood. It falls incomplete. It's going to bring up third down. The play clock has got more time on it than the game clock does here in the third quarter. And it looks like the Panthers are going to elect to let this game clock of the third quarter run out here as it gets less than the 10-second mark. And that's what they're going to do, is they're going to let this third quarter run out. And so that's going to be the end of the third quarter. The Red Bugs have been in control, leading 46-6. But we're going to come back with Panthers having second down on 27 as they swap the end of the field and start this final quarter of this matchup. We're going to take a break. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we start the fourth quarter here at Kenneth Hammond Stadium. As the Panthers start this first quarter with Valentine handed off to Tugwell, but Tugwell's not going to be able to get anywhere. And so it's going to bring up fourth down for the Panthers. They need 15 yards for the first down. As this fourth quarter starts, we're in as the time rolls here. So unless there's a stoppage of time for whatever reason or a timeout, this clock's going to roll. Panthers back in punt formation. And Velasquez is going to get it off after the low snap. And it's going to get back to about the 42, 43-yard line. They're going to say it's about the 44-yard line. That's where Fordyce is going to take over. The Panther defense is going to have to come back on the field. Panthers have definitely given it their best effort tonight. So as Fordyce just able to take care of business. As Fordyce lines up under center, it's going to hand it off. Going to be another flag on the play. Another false start on Fordyce. So as the clock runs down to less 10 minutes here. The second home game in the row for the Panthers to start off the season. They won't be back home for almost a month. As the Fordyce hands it off, and the player is able to dance and kind of move out to the sideline, wiggle through the Panther defenders. And Fordyce is going to be able to take it to the house. So they're going to say about a 60-yard run there. So as that number 6 was able to just kind of make the moves he needed to and change lanes and traffic to take it to score. So as the Fordyce lines up for the 2-point conversion here. And they're going to be able to get it in. So that's going to bring the score to 54. The Panthers 6. It's going to be kind of interesting to see just kind of from the outside moving forward what this Fordyce crew's going to be able to do this year. They've definitely always had a strong team. It's hard to say this early in the season, but getting the win against Monticello and taking care of business tonight. It'll be interesting to see what this ball club's going to be able to do this season as they get into conference play. So as Fordyce gets ready to kick it back off, you got Tugwell and Velasquez, Angel in the backfield. It's going to be over to Angel's side. Angel's going to take it about the 15-yard line, up to the 20, the 25, the 30, 35. Still on his feet to about the 32, or the 37 rather. So that was a good return by Angel. Has to see what the Panthers are going to try to do here. Got 6.5 minutes left to go in this game. See if they can finish on a positive note here. Stevens out wide, close to the home sidelines. As Bountimes lines up under center, they're going to hand it to Will Thompson in the backfield. Will's going to be able to be met at the line of scrimmage. And he's able to get back to the original line of scrimmage there. As they have a big substitution here for the Panthers for the O-line. And boys have definitely had to flex their muscles and work hard tonight. Looks like Anthony Velasquez lined up in the wide receiver spot, going to hand it off to maybe Ethan Ramsey, maybe. I'm sorry, it's going to be Tugwell. I missed the number there. Apologize, Carter. Tugwell's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards to bring up third down for the Panthers. Ball's going to be moved up to about the 40, 41-yard line. So Kyle McKinney. Not Kyle McKinney. Calvin. As Calvin comes into play there. Sorry, Cal. Looks like Damian Stevens is lined up under center there. Handed off to Will Thompson. It's going to bring up fourth down for the Panthers. So it looks like the punt crew is going to come out as we get down to the 4.5 minute mark. Panthers going to elect to punt this ball away. So Angel's going to get the punt away, and it's going to be a line drive, and it's going to keep on rolling down to the 5-6 yard line. And Fordyce is going to pick it up and try to return it. And he's got 10. He's still on his feet, about the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30. Still on his feet. He's coming to the 40, the 30. And he's going to take that punt return back, but there's several flags on the play. And so it's going to be several pieces of laundry on the field about where he started. So all that work and effort for naught, as it's going to come back. So it's going to be brought back about to the 10-yard line. So as the clock gets down to under 3 minutes here, I think the first original flag is going to be blocking the back. So that's going to move the ball about to the 5-yard line. As we get down to the 2.5-minute mark. So as the Panther defense once again tries to give it whatever they got left. So as Fordyce hands it off the right side, the running back is going to be able to turn and burn, come down, still on his feet about the 20. Damian Stevens is going to try to stop him, and Damian does. So Fordyce handed off to the right side, the running back tried to break it off and turn the burners on, but Damian Stevens was sprinting all the way down and finally to catch him up. There was a couple of Panthers that attempted to try to bring him down unsuccessfully as he was running down the way, but Damian didn't give up and got him. So now if you're going to get it, you're going to have to earn it a little bit harder than that. Good job, Damian. So we're down to the 1-minute mark. As Fordyce is going to elect to hand it off again. And they're going to cross the pylon there for another score. So definitely the Panther defense is giving it everything they've had tonight. Just don't have anything left as we're down to the 42nd mark, less to go in this game. It's definitely a game that they've ready to get over with. It's going to be over soon. Tough loss for the Panthers, but they can keep their head up. They tried their best tonight. And so this is going to bring the end to the ball game. So the Panthers are going to take a loss tonight as they get ready to go on a 3-game or 2-game road streak. They'll have I believe a game and then a bye week. So the Panthers are going to travel to Poland next week and then be off and then travel to Jesseville. And so PPRD Sports won't see you again until October the 4th, where we host Glen Rose at home. So I hope y'all are able to get out and support your Panthers in the weeks to come and be able to join us back in October. Y'all be careful and be safe. God bless.